Hi guys, welcome back to the live stream. I hope you all are doing well. So this is the day 10 of Python live classes. And in the previous class we have covered about object-oriented programming, right? In today's video we'll be discovering some more things about object-oriented programming. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me related to Python and what all we have covered till now. So all the classes, like first to 10th class, 10th live session, you can ask me any doubts. So currently only one person is watching. So okay, so I'll start with a summary of the previous class so that you can get through it. So it will be easy for you as well. So in the previous class, we have started about object-oriented programming. So is everything okay in the live stream? I hope so. So in previous class, we have learned about OOPS concept, right? So OOPS is nothing but object-oriented programming concept, and we have also learned about other type of concepts, programming concepts like procedure-oriented or functional programming. So I'll tell you these three right now. So give a small summary kind of thing. So object-oriented programming is kind of writing programs in a way it is much more relatable to our natural world. So you see everything in programming as objects. Or you take this glass, anything. So this headphone, anything. These all are kind of objects in our real world life. So we see in Python also same way. Everything like you take a banking system, that's also we see as an object. But though we have written that code in a way of functional programming. Now, what is functional programming? Functional programming is nothing but we write a program just using functions or procedural oriented programming, where we actually write programs by dividing main task into subtasks. So our whole main task was to create banking system application, which kind of acts as a bank, the real world. Then what did we do to create that application? We have a register function. We had a login function. Then we had a dashboard function. Then we had a home function. So these all are we are dividing them into different functions. So that is nothing but object-oriented programming. So procedural-oriented programming. I'm so sorry. So procedural or functional oriented programming language. So that was about it. So now in class object-oriented programming, we see everything as objects. And what objects have, that is but nothing but variables, properties. An object has properties like its height, its width, and it has functions or tasks which it can do. That is like we can through this headphone we can hear. I always have this headphone as an example. You can even take a laptop or you can take a PC, mobile phone. So mobile phone you have, it has some dimensions, right? This is this much big, this is this much big. It has a phone name, the company name, the model number, and then it has some features. Does it have Bluetooth, Wi-Fi? What is it? Is it a feature phone or a smartphone? And it has some functions. With the phone, you can call, you can text some person, you can play video games. So it is a lot of fun with mobile phones, right? This mobile phone is nothing but an object. So in programming also we represent it in the form of object oriented programming. Now sometimes there can be some disadvantages with this way we program, and some advantages as well, because for large systems they use object oriented programming. And recently, if you are aware of the mobile development, so in some of my videos, old videos, I think in day 5 or day 6, I have explained about Flutter and app development, right? So their object-oriented programming works a little bit much better. It can be categorized, structured. Programs can be written more neatly, cleanly with object-oriented programming. People can understand others' code as well if you write it in that way. So in object-oriented programming, we have a class. So in that, we have also covered it in the last video, right? So what exactly is a class? So class is nothing but kind of blueprint or a model or plan of how an object is going to be. So if you take a phone, best example is a phone. You take a phone, whatever phone you like, you take like iPhone 12, it has newly launched, right? So you just take and write all its properties, like how much RAM does it have, how much storage does it have, and all those things, camera specifications, how much that is have. Whatever you write in the paper is nothing but class. So class is like a brief description of what that object is. So that was about object-oriented programming in class and what we all have covered. And we have also covered about the four pillars of object-oriented programming, right? OOPS concept. I call it four pillars. So because they're the main base of object-oriented programming, or how an object is. So it shows some characteristics of objects, that is abstraction, polymorphism, encapsulation, and inheritance. So I'll just give some more brief about what all these four are. So abstraction is like how private you want to keep the data or how you want to manage the data or the attributes. So like you can have it in private or public in Python. In the case of Python only, suppose if you take Java or C++, so all these three have three kind of properties, that is private, protected, and public. So that was about it. And then we have polymorphism. So polymorphism is a way in which the object shows behaves or works differently according to different situations. So that is nothing but polymorphism. And in the previous video, I also cut short the words, right? Like poly means multiple and morph means forms. I don't know which language was that. Is it Latin or Greek? I don't remember. So polymorphism, multiple forms. That's why it came as the word. So we have covered about abstraction, polymorphism, and then inheritance. I think by the name you can guess it. In the previous video also I've explained this very briefly. Just like you carry genes, everything from your parents, even objects can also carry properties, functions, and all those things from other objects. So the same way is in programming. So that was about the three, and I think encapsulation is there. So encapsulation is also very simple. When you have these tasks or functions and attributes or properties or variables in terms of programming working together, that is nothing but encapsulation. You're using both of them together for an object. So that was about Hoops concept. So now I think you might have understood. So in today's video, we'll be covering some more about object-oriented programming. Like we'll be seeing method overriding, and then method overriding, method overloading, and then maybe we'll see about class methods and class instances. So first, I'll just share my screen. So just a second, guys. So Oh, I'm sorry, voice is not coming. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is the second time, third time I think this has happened. So, okay. I'll explain it again. So, I think where was I before? Voice did not come. I think now you are able to hear me. So, what I was telling is about. So, yeah, Monish, I hope now the audio is fixed for you. So, am I audible now? I guess. So, yeah. So, hi Pranita Tota. Hi Monish. So, yeah. So, we were talking about. So now we were talking about the class. So I'll just create like this class. So yeah, first I'll talk about functions. So uh, if we write like this class, my class, and if I define something over here like at the rate static method. So in the previous function, in the previous videos, what we have done is we just used normal methods, the object methods, but now we are actually using the static methods. We'll be learning about static and class methods. So these are actually really same, very much very similar. So what first we must I thought of teaching you the static method, what the static method means. So I was teaching about all that right now, but you are saying voice was not there. I fixed it again. So so I hope now you're able to hear me and everything is fine. So static method. So there are two types in Python: static method and class method. First, let us know about what a method is. So there are actually people use two kind of terms for mentioning about functions. So that is function and method. So whenever they want to mention some kind of task like the def, whatever you write, sometimes people call it method and sometimes people call it function. But I want to make it clear that those two are little bit different things, not too much of difference, but very little bit. So what a function is that in any programming language like C, C++, what you have is the main method. C++, C sharp, Dart, these all have a main method, somewhat like this. So, hi sir, may I know your age and personal number? I'm sorry, I cannot give you my personal number, but I can give you my mail, and so I'll just type my mail. You can contact me through that if you need any help or anything like that. You can comment down in my videos like that. So my official mail, you can contact me through that. So I'll just paste that link. I think now you can see that mail. So just if you have anything like problem or anything, you can contact me through that and I'll be there for you. So yeah, now let us come back to this. So in C++, C sharp, we have a main method where the program starts executing from there. So if you write anything like if I want to say print a plus b, so some kind of random variables I created a plus b and I want to print that value, then if I write it outside the main function, that time it won't run. That time it won't work. The reason is that those programs start checking from the main function. So whatever you write outside won't execute at all. Whereas in Python, they execute wherever you write it. So you don't need to have a special function called as main. So now why am I telling this is that so whatever function you write inside that main is called as a function. So anything you define like main inside that like that. So that is nothing but a function where you don't have any class declared. A simple raw function you can take it as. So that is nothing but a function. That is called as a function. And now we call a function method when it is of an object or when it is of a class. So now I created a class and inside this I'm creating a function. Now that function we call it as a method, so which is related to the class. So Valstar, yeah, I have something personal to ask. Yeah, you can mail me and you can also you can also talk to me at my Instagram also. My username is this. So Aditya Burgula. You can talk to me there also if you really want quick. So that was about it. So in Python we have static and class methods. So they're actually a little bit similar, sound similar if you take C++ static methods. So first let us discuss about static method. So static method is something which is related to class only. So in the previous video where we created the function, so that time print function or any function, that time that function was only of the object. Sometimes we need to create an function which is only of the class. Now I'll just create a small program so that you will be able to understand what I exactly mean. So so here I'll write def instance counter. So and make sure, and after that I'll just create a variable also here, and here I'll say x, we'll just keep it like x is equal to 0, simple number. And here I'll say CLS. Think when we keep class, I think we'll get CLS, or I don't remember so well. So because sometimes people get confused, maybe now it should work. So class methods, and maybe yeah. Now first let us see class methods or else. So static methods also should work maybe. Okay, let us try with static only. Static method, and I don't know what does this take. Does it take CLS? Or else let us see. So we'll say x plus equals 1. So we are incrementing the value of x. So x is not defined. I think we must write my class dot x, and maybe now that should fix it. And I'll make it c, and this is c. So that was about a simple static method, and now you'll see I'll just create a constructor function as well. So under underscore init, you write like this constructor function. So init, and we'll just remove the short syntax, and inside this we'll call the static method instance counter. So we'll call this. So we must use self. I mean my class dot instance counter. I think that's it. Now it should work, because even sometimes I get confused between how do we call, because they're two different like static and class methods. So sometimes it can get confused. I hope this is only the correct way. And now let us create actually an instance of this class. So what I'll do is that I'll write uh, new instance equals so my class. And what I want to do is that after I do that, I want to print the value of x. And now again I must make sure that I write my class dot x, so that it is referring to the class. And make sure you keep like this brackets, and here self is also there. And now I hopefully it should run. So python, and this is main dot py, and yeah, we got one over here. So let us create multiple instances. Control C, Control V, and let us name them as 2, 3, 4. So and this is 1 maybe. And here what we'll make it a little much more readable, human readable. What we'll say is that the number of instances of this class is, so this class is, and we'll get that number. So now when I run this program again, so here you can see when we created the first object, it is showing 1. So one instance, we have created one instance. Second object, we get 2 instances. Third object, 3 instances. Fourth object, 4 instances. So that's how it's working. I think now you are able to understand what is static method. So the thing is, actually we can call it like this also. I'll just write control X instead of in the constructor itself. What I can do is I'll do like this. And now after creating, so now let us run this program again, and hopefully nothing should be seen, I think. So instance counter, okay, so maybe I'll not call the instance counter print. So we'll create two different functions. So def print instances and keep like this, and we'll write print, and here we'll write instance my class. I'm so sorry, my class dot x, and maybe control V. Think we had that right. We'll just paste that in. So that was about it, and now I think it's all done. Perfect. And whenever we create a new object or instance of that class, this instance counter will be initiated, and the sprint instance would be called. So now what I can do is that I'll call, after creating these four objects, my class dot instance counter. So now when I run this function, hopefully we must get the number of instances. So here we don't get anything. So what happened? Let's see. So yeah, we must actually keep this as static method. So at the rate static. So that's why it was not working, static method. And now hopefully it should work. So still not working. There may be small error. So instance counter. First, let us make this not, and let us call this as a self dot instance counter. So now it should work, because sometimes it may not. We don't know where to trace the error. So instant counter takes 0 but 1 was given. So if this was some problem, we'll deal it with later. So I now think you might have understood about what static and class methods are right now. So there's something related to the class. So what I can do is that uh, they should actually work. I don't know why is it not working right now. So, or else let us make this as a class method rather. So class method, so we got this in InstaLicense, and here we'll write cls, and here my class dot x, and now hopefully it should work. So cls, okay, I'll create a new terminal. It's becoming a little bit rubbish. Hi Vansh. So still not running. I think some error might be existing, or what is happening. Okay, we are not at all calling it. I'm so sorry. So my class dot instance counter, and now still instant. I'm calling instance counter. I must call print. I'm so sorry. I'm so dumb. I'm so sorry. Now hopefully it should run, and yeah, we get the number of instances of this class is 4. So now I hope you are able to see that this function is something related to class, not related to the object. Now if we call this function from uh, new instances 1 dot instance counter or anything like that, mostly we're going to get an error or something like that. So here it doesn't show anything actually, I think. So if I say print function, I think I must call print instances, and then when we do this, so it is still printing, I think, because of the class method. So sometimes get a little bit tricky. We don't know what happens in Python sometimes. So no, I hope you're able to understand. So we are calling this function of the class method or a static method, and this we are calling of the object. Object can have different methods. So we are using these are called as decorators. So in Java, C Sharp, I think C Sharp they don't have anything. So in Java there are decorators. In Dart programming language Flutter. So if you remember in few days, I think in day 5 or day 6, when I was explaining about app development and everything, that time I talked about Flutter, right, where we develop applications for different platforms, mobile applications. There actually there's an extensive use of these decorators, like in that we have at the rate required a lot of things. So these are few decorators: static method and class method. And one more thing I wanted to teach you guys was operator overloading. So what is operator overloading? Now in Python or in any other programming languages, we actually have these operators, right? We have covered it in the beginning itself, that we can create a variable called anything, any name variable, like b is equal to 2. So I have created two variables and here indentation problem. So let us remove that, and now everything should be gone. And now when we want to print the addition, what we can do is that we are doing like this. So we are doing a plus b, and we'll get the output as 3. That's very simple. Now when I run this, we got 3. That's very simple. So now what if we were doing with these classes. So suppose, so like this, I have all these classes, right? What if I just write print? I write the print function and I write new instance 1 plus new instance 2. What will gonna happen? What is gonna happen? So let us see. Mostly we have got an error. So here what we get is that unsupported operand type. So here it is S operands types for plus. So plus operator. So my class and my class. So here we must actually declare when we want the plus operator to be working with our own custom class, custom variable data type. That time we must declare it our own by our own. So what we can do is that we can actually declare it. So here we'll write def statement, and here we'll write under underscore, and for declaring the addition operator we have like add. So I think now, why is it not showing? Is it not defined? So it should come like this, and maybe sub, the subclass. So I don't know why is it not coming right now. Let me check this once. I perfectly remember that it was under underscore add only. Let us check that out. Sometimes errors can happen. Sometimes you can also forget. So now I'll just open a new page and search. Let us search. So in your programming career also you can find like this error. Sometimes you can forget also. So that time you just have a Google search. Google is there. It has a lot of information. So what we'll search is that operator overload. So whatever topic you are stuck with. So operator operator overloading in C++, but we want in Python. So here we have geeks for geeks. So Python show operator. So this is a class. Yeah, this is add, right? So same thing I have written. I don't know why is it not working. IntelliSense is not working. I don't know why. The same thing. I think I did not do any mistake. I think there was some problem with IntelliSense or anything like that maybe. So let us try that again. Add under underscore, and we'll keep a colon. And now, yeah, now all errors are gone. So maybe IntelliSense was not catching up with that. That's why I was scared. What happened? I'm typing the correct one. Right? So yeah. Now this will actually take some arguments like I think self and other. So every function in a class will take self as an object. Self nothing but refers to the instance of that object itself. Self, and then what we are going to take is other. So what is the other? So other is nothing but this thing. So suppose this is the class one. So this object, when we use the plus operator with the left hand side one, the right hand side one is referred to as other. Okay, now I hope you're able to get that. The right hand side. So when we use the add operator, the left hand side is the self, the right hand side is the other. The new instance 2 is the other, new instance 1 is the self, referring to self. So self is referring to new instance 1, other is referring to new instance 2. And what we'll do is that in the constructor we'll create some dummy variables like self dot number. We'll just keep small letters. Number equals 0. So or we'll keep as 1, or let us take this as an input. So number, and we'll say number. If nothing is given, we'll actually take 0. So now what we'll do is that we'll just return, or we'll just directly print it off. So print self dot number plus other dot number. So that's very simple. Other dot number, and hopefully now it should work, I guess. And I think we can remove this thing. Uh, yeah, I'll increase my font size. So I hope now you are able to see my screen. So we have added this function. So yeah, now I hope you're able to see the whole screen. And now let us run this function, because we can just not print it right down over here. We'll just write return rather. Return should work, I guess. And now when I run this program again, we get 0. Yeah, because the reason is that we have not given any values. We are asking in the constructor, right? So if we did not give any value in the constructor, it is gonna assume it is 0. So now we'll take it as 10, and here we'll take it as 20, and now I think it should work fine. So here you see we got 30. Previously, when we ran the program with these two things, we got an error saying that operand was not declared. Now, when we have declared it, it is working totally fine. Like that, you have multiple things like you can define an operator for subtraction also, under underscore sub, under underscore. So whatever something is related to Python internals. So these are Python from Python internals. They all start with under underscore. As you can see, constructor also. So that was about it. And now I guess time is 6:50. And if you guys have any doubts, meanwhile you can ask. And I hope I was able to teach about this uh, operator overloading, difference between this class and static methods. I think we have not covered about the complete difference between class method and static method. So let's search that. So class methods. Sometimes when I get confused, because a lot of programming languages do not have this small differentiation. Like if you take C++ start, they only have static methods. So sometimes I forget because no other programming language. I usually work more with C++, Dart, so that's why I sometimes forget those things. So class methods in Python. So so here, as you can see, there's even a page class method versus static method, because this only exists in Python. I guess I don't know if it exists in other programming languages as well. So most of the programming languages which I have learned till now do not have like this two different kind of class and static methods, which are both some kind of related to the class itself. So here the class method decorator, as you said, it is called as decorator. Whenever you use the at the rate and you write some kind of name like that, a class, that is called as a decorator. Is a built-in function decorator, that is expression that gets evaluated after your function is defined. The result of this evaluation shadows your function definition. Class method receives an implicit first argument, like just like an instance method receives the instance. Okay, a class method is method which is bound to the class and not the object of the class. So that's the same thing with static methods also. So they have all the access to the state of the class, as it takes class parameter that points to the class and not the object instance. So I think that's almost same with the static methods as well. It can modify a class state and would apply to all the instances of the class. For example, it can modify a class variable that will be applicable to all instances. So it is present. Okay, so let us see about static. The static is also the same. So a static method is also just bound to the class, as I've said, it is also to the class. A static method cannot access or modify the class state. So actually we cannot use them to modify class variables like the my class variable and all those things. So it is present in class because it makes sense for the method to be present in the class. That's a little bit weird. Okay, so it's a little bit confusing sometimes, this class method and static method. If you take in C++, there is no class method. So if I write C++ class method, so there's nothing like that in C++ or anything like that. There are static methods. So these are class methods. I think they are just referring to the static methods. So class is class members. So those all are referring to actually static methods. So in C++, STA. It's the same thing actually, whatever there is in Python. So C++ static methods, a static keyword in C++ is something which refers to the class. So in that also we have static variables, static members. Static members and static variables are nothing but something related to the class. So in that they call it as member functions. So in Python we are calling them as methods, right? Functions. In C++ they call them as member functions, and instance variables. I think the variables of that. So that was about it. This was the last class, I guess. So class 10. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me. This won't be the last class. I'll be uploading videos on YouTube. You can watch them. So, and if you have any doubts, you can contact me through the mail or Instagram I have given it. So you can just send me a mail, just send a hi on Instagram, send me some doubts if you have. So that was about it. And thanks for watching, guys. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me. And Meanwhile, if possible, we'll see some more about Python language. So let us search for Python. What else can we see? So we have gone into python.org. So yeah, even this thing. So in python.org, you can actually download this. So the latest version is Python 9.0.0, and here you can also try out the code. But I won't suggest to try out on this because it's not such efficient as rebel.it. And here download and here docs. So docs will be really helpful. And if you have any doubts, so means if you got stuck anywhere, so what you can do, suppose I got stuck on how do I print random numbers or how do I print random letters in Python. So what is the next language in the next live class? So I don't. I still didn't decide. You can vote for it. What do you want me to teach? What language you want me to teach? What do you want? Like C++, C Sharp, Java, Dart. What language you want? Like JavaScript. We have completed Python kind of beginner to intermediate. We have not gone too advanced because I have just explained all the base concepts in Python. Now I think you can go on your journey with learning advanced Python also. It would be easy for you. You can take up some course or anything like that. But still, you can check out my channel for all the beginner and intermediate tutorials. And I'll be soon uploading more advanced tutorials on Python as well. And regarding the next live class programming language, you comment what language you want. Just write it in the live chat right now. I'll just see what programming language you want me to teach. So yeah, and coming to this documentation, so in this you have all the references. I think I have already said about this thing. It will be really helpful for you guys. So you can also start with a tutorial how to install Python modules. So this is also very simple, nothing much complex. So so JavaScript, yeah, sure, JavaScript. So meanwhile, I start that live class. Maybe I'll take some break like that. I'll upload only normal YouTube videos. I won't do that much of live, but sure, I'll do the JavaScript live sessions also in future. So meanwhile, you can check out my beginner series on JavaScript, which I have already created. And if you have any doubts, you can comment down on them. I'll just answer. And one more thing I was talking, right? Suppose somewhere you get stuck while coding in Python, like you want to print some random numbers or something like that. So what I can do is that you can just print your problem. So you get some error in the command line. So now I'll remove this thing. So now I go over here, run this program again. We got this error. So here we got this error, right? Just copy this simply. So Control C, you can copy like this errors because not only you get stuck in programming, everyone in the world gets stuck in programming. So like this, you can go and sometimes, okay, I have entered which is specific to my programming language. So that's why it is not showing. So you can just see over here. You just try to understand what is there over here. So file traceback type error, unsupported operand type less. So this is actually the main error, not the whole that thing. So what we can see is Control C this, and hopefully now we should actually get the output. So just a second, yeah. Control V. So here, as you can see, when I have typed this, I got this error, right? So this is a type error. So whenever you see like this, you'll have like this. What kind of error is it? Just copy that statement whenever you get like this, and you have a whole lot of bunch of things over here, as you can see. Stack Overflow. I recommend going to Stack Overflow because that's a little bit legit. Most of the community is there in Stack Overflow and everything. So here you can see some quick fixes of them. So unsupported type, this is for subtraction. So that was about it. Like that, you can fix your problems or how to print random numbers in Python. You can write how to print random numbers in Python. So there are a lot. Internet has everything. You can search. And meanwhile, even I'm also there for you guys. You can also ask me. We're always ready to help you guys. So that was about it. And still, guys, we have 4 minutes. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. And meanwhile, let us figure out some interesting things about Python, maybe. So I think I have said about interpreted. So hi, Dheeraj. I hope you're doing well. So you have come at the end of the session, bro. It's very sad. This is the last live class. So so yeah, and do you want me to explain this again? Like Python is an interpreted high level language. I think I have already explained. So That's it, guys. This is the last class, not the last class of the whole YouTube channel. I'll be uploading in the future as well. This is the last of the live session. So, in the future, maybe after 2, 3 weeks or 1 month, I'll again start a live session of another different programming language, or we'll be doing something in Python itself, or we'll be starting web development. I'll see whatever we can do, or we'll start Flutter because Flutter is also very interesting. A lot of demand for Flutter. Why is it the last live? I think you are not regular to my live streams. So we have completed the Python from the beginner to the intermediate level, kind of. So in the last 10 live sessions. So now this is the last one because we have completed almost everything, which uh, which is necessary, kind of, for any Python programmer. Now, sir, I'm from Ellen's group, and I want to talk something really personal. May I know your free time? So, free time you can ask, you can just mail me now after this live session, maybe. I can talk to you. You just mail me. If it is that really urgent, you can mail me after this thing. I'll be ready to respond to you. You can just briefly mention what you want to talk personally about in that mail, or you can contact me through Instagram. I'll be online. Don't worry. So after this live session, after 7 o'clock, you can paka. I'll be always ready. So Alex sent group, and I want to talk to you something. Yeah, you can contact me through mail. If you want, I'll again paste that thing. Yeah, I'm after this thing you can actually contact me. I'm free right now. So you can contact me after this live stream and I'll be ready to respond to you. So I think you have my mail, right? Aditya Burgula YT. If you want, I'll type it for you again. So Aditya Burgula YT at the rate gmail.com. Anyone who want, I'll do it at India time 8 p.m. Okay, so are you not from India? It's nice to see even different people from different countries. So, so that was about it. And I just want to give you some suggestions about where you can go from now. So, if you want to go to kind of machine learning and AI with Python or data science, you can go with this library called as TensorFlow.js. I just want to give you these suggestions so that which website do you? I am myself. I'm a professional. Oh, nice, nice, nice to see you. Nice to meet you, Star. Yes. Say if you wanted to talk, right? Just pass a mail or Instagram. I'll be ready quick. I'll be just online. So and Rappel.it. Yeah. So Dheeraj, you asked, right? Which website do you are coding? So I do it in Rappel.it. It's very simple. So you just go over here, Rappel.it. And meanwhile, coming to that, you can go to TensorFlow.js. So TensorFlow.js is a library, not JS, TensorFlow. It is developed by Google, and that library used mainly for AI and machine learning. So in my AI and machine learning, we have these three kinds of things. I'll just give you a small intro to what AI and in that we have three kinds of things like supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. So this is just like a small summary so that you get interested or excited to that. So supervised learning is very simple. So it is something like you already feed up on the data and you have a huge collection of data. So like millions and thousands of collections of Excel sheets. You can think if it is very simple Excel sheets. So millions of lines of Excel sheets and you pass the data on and it works on the data and predicts the value you want. So suppose I give like the coronavirus cases only, like are infected, these many people are non. So Bulstar, yes, I am in. I don't know what does it mean. And okay, yeah. So non-infected people and these people are recovered. So like that, you can give this whole data and it will predict. So if next person comes over here, yeah, what Dev Vashist, you want me to do a favor? You just can type that. I'll see if I can. I'll mostly try to do you a favor. So yeah, and that data you can use and you can use it to predict another future value or another some random value. So like that. and that is supervised learning where you already have some data. And unsupervised learning is where you do not have any data, or I don't think no data at all. So that on that data you work on, and actually it has a graph. Unsupervised learning is a little bit difficult to explain. It is just like the opposite of supervised learning, but in a different method. It works in a different method, and you need a lot of maths for actually doing AI and machine learning. Maths is a little bit good for that, so you need to know more about graphs, everything, all that stuff. And then we have reinforcement learning, because you play Free Fire and PUBG. I want to change text color on Google Forms. In it, answer, then what command? Text color on Google Forms in its answer, and then what command I write in console. So what does that mean? You can text color in console. You can change the theme in theme while creating that form, or else let us make a form, or else Google Forms. We'll just see that in this thing. Actually, you can do inspect element and do that. And yeah, meanwhile this opens. That reinforcement learning is nothing but in games you see like Free Fire, PUBG, Call of Duty Mobile, CS:GO, Fortnite. You have bots, right? So those bots are nothing but reinforcement learning. So not especially reinforcement learning. So you will see that you when you go to machine. I just kind of gave an example of where these all works and how this works. So inspect element, and here, suppose first I'll write an answer you asked me, right? No, while submitting. So while submitting, you can't change the color. While submitting, you can't change the color. Even if you change it, it will go back to the default one, because that's what they coded into. So, so if this is green right now, if the answer, suppose now I'll just send it, or what I can see this right now, right? So you're asking me like this, right? This text, the answer. So that cannot be converted. The default one is just black thing. So that was about it. So thanks for watching. And if you still have any doubts, I'm there. You can ask me. I'll just put the screen. So yeah, you can ask me a few more doubts if you have anything. I'm sitting here free. More 5 minutes maybe. I'll be there like this free, and you can ask me any kind of doubts. So Dev Vashisht, I hope I was able to clear that thing, because even if you change it through kind of this stuff like inspect element and go over here, search for this text, and here this is input type, right? Here you can actually change the text color. So here you see font family, font size, font weight, and color. So here color, I'll change it to blue, and maybe now this should work. This should be in blue, as you can see blue. So like this you change, but when you submit it, for temporary reasons you can change it, but when you submit it, it will always go back to the same color. So that's, you go and ask Google to change, to have some modifications like that in their code, but we can't do anything with it. So that was about it, guys. Is link per karo. So that was about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this live session and these all 10 live classes. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like all my videos, so that more people can be. It will be useful to more people. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next, not live stream, next video, and probably live stream in the, and probably in the live stream, next live stream maybe 1 month later I'll do. Okay. So answer batao is per please is per. So as I've said, bro, we can't do that. So it is go and ask Google, bro. No one can actually do that because Google did not allow it. How to compress an image in Windows 10 without any app? So I think using Python we can do it. Python zipping files actually without any app if you want. So Python also there's actually way of zipping. So in Windows 10, I don't know. I have installed WinZip, but I don't know if that really without WinZip does it work. You can actually extract without any software in Windows 10. But let us see. Let us search over here. Out of Out of the Python question. फर्स्ट टाइम आया हूँ घर आए मेहमान को ऐसे ही भगा रहे हो. फर्स्ट टाइम आया हूँ घर आए मेहमान को ऐसा ही भगा रहे हो. So I'm sorry, bro. Actually, this is the last live class. I think you have come right now. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. But really, I can't help it, bro. I'll just share my screen once again and I'll show you if you do not, if you aren't able to understand. So here, as you can see, you want the answer typed over here to change the text, right? So I want to see change text color on Google Forms and its answer. Then what command I write in console. So here, as you can see, I have changed its color. So you don't need to do anything much very hard. So I'll just show you. So Microsoft Picture Manager. So just a second, I'll just clear that out of Dev versus is being a little bit more emotional. So just a second. So in this I have typed it right now. You can see all the text color is being changed. And now what I can do is that I can go inspect element, click on this, go to this particular element, and here you can see these all are styles. So in styles you can actually see the color also. So I don't know why is it not coming over here. Okay, maybe I think this is the text area only. Now I think it should work. So I don't know why is it not working. So yeah, let us do to this one only input, and here you can see color. So here I think you can see small like color. So here color. So here you can press on this and you can change the color. That's it for your. So now it has changed to red. So and moreover you can change it to green, anything like that. Here you can see it has changed to green. You can set your custom color and it changes according to that. You can set like this violet, and here you can see it has changed a little bit to violet. So these all are violet pixels, you can see clearly. So that was about it. I hope nothing much like this only you can do for your own satisfaction. But once you submit it, that time it will be same in black color. So you can also change the theme. Actually, you can go over here. You see customize theme. You can change the theme color like this, like this, like this. You can set your own theme. You can also have a different image over here. Choose image header. Okay. Now in Windows 10, Microsoft Picture Manager is not available now. So, to be honest, actually, I'm not so perfect with the operating systems and everything. I'm only good at all this programming stuff, but I can help you. So, in Windows 10, so you want to compress pictures, right? Maybe we usually convert it to this thing zip files, right? So in Python also you can just do a simple Python program to actually convert to zip. So compressing through Python. So actually I've seen this code. Ronak Gupta. Hi Ronak Gupta. Hi. I think you're a new viewer also. I have never seen you. Hi. So it is very sad actually because all the new viewers are actually coming at the end of that whole live session and the end of this whole live this whole month I have done this. It's the last class and you guys are all coming. So yeah, now let's come compressing files in Python. So and make sure guys you all subscribe also. So here compressing and extracting files in Python, as I've said, you can also do that because a long time ago I have seen that where we can compress. सर कोडिंग क्लास डेली होती है क्या? Yeah, Ronak Gupta ji. So it was you subbed. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So actually, it was there. I started from November 1st to today. This was the day 10. But don't worry, I'll be starting soon. This was all about Python, beginner to intermediate. Meanwhile, you can check on my other channel, other videos as well, beginner videos, pre-recorded ones. So this was actually the last live, unfortunately for you because you missed all of them. Anyways, these are all recorded. You can check them if you want. But I would suggest that you go and see the pre-recorded ones. So that would be much more quick, easy for you to learn. And please do share it with everyone, Rona Gupta. So yeah, and compressing and extracting files. So here we must import a file. This is required. So I've seen this zip file. So I import zip file module, and maybe I'll just paste this link. You can check that out. This thing compressing files. It's very simple. You use the Python OS module and zip file module as mentioned over here. I think with only OS module also we can do it. Maybe I'll create a video on this if you want. I'll create a video on how we can use this thing. Sir, हिंदी में नहीं होगा क्या? माँ थोड़ा नूब इंग्लिश हूँ. मैं थोड़ा नूब इंग्लिश हूँ. Hindi. Uh, I'll see if possible. I can speak Hindi. I can do everything. I'll see. Probably, if you have, you can ask me in the next month or anyway. You can ask me doubts in Hindi. I'll respond to you. Uh, Maybe I'll create new videos on Hindi as well for you, for the Hindi audience, especially for Hindi audience. That will be helpful for you guys, I think. So here we got compressing multiple files. So like this, I'll just paste this link, Mr. Raju Tota, and you can see this, and you can try this out yourself. Or the better way is I suggest is that you directly go to online zip converters, so picture compressors. So there you can easily convert. So maybe go with something like verified one. So I think PDF drive is a little bit much more secure. PDF drive, zip file, zipper, Google Drive, PDF, or not PDF, I think picture compressor. वैसे मैं बकचोदी करना आया था पर काम का मिल गया. So because okay, thank you. Yeah, because I cannot explain all that thing, right? How to compress and everything, it can take little bit long. Mostly I'll create a new video on that, maybe how to compress files using Python. Maybe coding Kali Linux सीख रहा हूँ. Very nice, Ronak Gupta जी, आप coding Kali Linux में सीख रहे हो. अरे Kali Linux is better for ethical hacking, right? आप ethical hacking कुछ करते हो क्या ऐसा? So that is I'm speaking in Hindi. I'm so sorry, the English audience. So that was about it. So it's very nice. So seeing all the new viewers like Ronak Gupta ji and then Balstar Vyas, then we have Dheeraj, and then we have Vansh. Nice. So yes, I'm learning. Yeah, आप भी सीखिए. You also learn. See from my channel. It will be very useful. I want to be ethical hacker. Yeah, super. For ethical hacking, you need to be good at Python also. Python is more used in ethical hacking also. It is kind of an overall programming language. It is used in AI, machine learning, ethical hacking, and it is used in web development and even in mobile development. It has recently started. So you have picked this is a very good programming language, and it's nice. I hope you have a great success. So thanks for watching, and I think I should end this right now. It has already passed 15 minutes. Yes, I know. I learned from Code with Harry. Yeah, he is also very good YouTuber. So yeah, he also I also sometimes refer to him. So yeah, and also please watch from mine also, and please share my videos also with your friends and everyone. So Ronak Gupta ji. So yeah, maybe I'll just wait if some more questions are there. Because this is the last live class, it is not happening for me to leave this live class. So just 4 more minutes, maybe 7:20 we'll leave off. So I'll come back to myself. So still any doubt? Yeah, thank you Aditya for all live classes. Thank you uncle, thank you Ronak Gupta ji, thank you very much. So please hit that subscribe button and select that all so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll get the notification. If you just subscribe it, then even if I upload a video, YouTube may or may not. So make sure that you click on subscribe and that bell icon. So if I go over here, are you able to see? So I'll just go over here, minimize. So we'll go youtube.com/Aditya Burgula. Actually, I'm in my own channel, right? So I can't see. So let us go and see Code with Harry or else Code with Harry. So what you must do is that you must press this bell icon. So you must select all. That time you can see all my videos. Whenever I upload a new video, patak, you'll get a notification. So that will be really helpful for you. So thank you guys for watching. I hope uh, you all do well, be well. So always share my videos, like everything. I'm saying this all day, all the time. Okay, guys. Thanks. Bye bye. See you in the next video and in the next live stream. So still someone asked me, I think, sir, how can I use Java and Python together? I don't know if there is Python embedding in Java like that. Maybe I don't think so, and I don't even recommend you to do so because both are powerful languages. So, so thanks, Anna. Yeah, thank you. So, Anshuman Srichai, seventh C rolling. That's okay. No problem. So, I don't think there is any way like that. Maybe we'll see. So I don't think, and I don't even recommend you to do so. You can't use Java and Python. I don't see anything. Okay. How to use Java and Python together. If you have anything doubts like this, you can actually Google it yourself. Java and Python use because not most of the programmers do like this. Mostly they do with C++ because C++ is very low level. If you take Java, Python, Dart, any programming language actually depends on C++. So you need C++ embedding. You can use C++ in Java, C++ in Python. So that works. I don't know if with Java and Python work that much. I think there are some ways. So maybe you can try them out. I don't know. So okay, now I hope New Year's are all done. So I was just about to close that, and someone commented me. Anshumanji commented me, like, "Sir, how can I use Java and Python together? I don't know about that much, bro. C++, you can use C++ and Python, C++ and Java, C++ and Dart, and all these things. But you must be really advanced if you want all this. If you want to do all those things. So yeah, uh, still any doubts? I'm asking for the final time. Almost it is 7:20. So is it 7:20? I think 7:20 only, right? 7:20, I guess. So, okay, now I'll end this. And Anshumanji, please also subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it with all your friends, everyone. So, thanks for watching. Please be safe. Please be safe, your family, everyone. Don't go unnecessarily. So, thanks for watching and see you in the next live stream and in the next videos. So, this is actually the last one for Python. Maybe after 1 or 2, 3 weeks, I'll again start reboot it with another new programming language, or we'll continue with Python itself. So, thank you and bye bye. Hope you have a nice programming career, or programming game. Let us make programming as a fun game. Programming, learning, programming, and everything. So happy programming.